Alright, so hi everyone. This is Nick here, and today I'm going to be running you through all the different games that we have for our kids program here at Oral ANJ. So we're going to go from the bottom to the top, but first I need to show you two games that we are currently working on fixing due to a bug that we have recently encountered with them. So you might find this within our current the first unit of course A, B, and C of our kids program. But there's a way around it, so just need to be aware of these bugs. Okay, so the first one is the raindrop game. Okay, so this one, how it works is so of course for all of them you have these boxes and you put the students in the boxes. Okay, and the teachers in the big box at the top. Now, each slide, you don't click to play the animations anywhere. It doesn't do anything by just clicking. There are trigger points throughout the games. So the first trigger point for this one is this cloud up here, and it drops down. Second trigger point is next to the teacher here. Third trigger point is here. It drops down. Fourth trigger point is here. Okay. Um, so do that again. One, two, three, four. Now, teachers that have already undergone training, I might have mentioned a fifth trigger, which is this one here. And at the moment, these four droplets appear like this. But this game has a big error at the moment, which we have just encountered, and we did not expect because during testing, it didn't. We were testing it on class, and we needed to test with. We really needed to test with more than three students because what happens is that when one student is given permission to click, then and the student clicks it, then that one student sees the change and the other students don't. But that's okay. So we can forget about this game for the moment. These four droplets. So do not click the fifth cloud here. Do not click that. For the moment, all you can do is click these four droplets here and make them come down. You can choose one student um, to say, so you can say, um, Lily, can you say and do some TPR and get them to do instructions? If they don't understand instructions, if they don't understand that it's their turn to speak, then bring the teacher down to one of the student squares and bring the student up to the main one. Um, so you just click, you can get them to say, what dropped? A second game that you can play with this is remember the pattern. Do not do this for trial classes, but for regular classes, you can have a trial of, you can try teach them this way. So you'll click 1, 2, 3. And they have to remember the pattern which they dropped. So it was dog, pig, cow, I believe. And then you can make longer patterns. Okay, and then they have to say everything that dropped then. But for just trial classes, get them just to, you just click the clouds and they say the animal that dropped. Okay? So that's that game. The second game that that needs major fixes is the star game. Okay. So when you see this game, you just click play and they appear. Now the problem with this game is that in PowerPoint it works normally. This is how it's meant to look. But in ClassIn, when you click play and you click, for example, the owl. So the owl will disappear, but also the kangaroo will disappear. Okay, but the teacher won't see that, but the students do. So the teacher still sees this, what it looks like right now. But the student only sees the penguin. So, how can you get around this if you have this game? What you can do is click play. You can ask the student to click, or you click and the student say. But when you click, just pretend that kangaroo is now not there, and just pretend that the penguin is only on screen, and you can get the students to do that. Then you can click play again, and this time click the kangaroo. Now the owl will disappear and the monkey will be there on the student screen. Okay? And that's how you play this game. But please, for the moment, um, remember that they can only see the path that you went down. So if you clicked on this one, they'll see all of the animals that come down here, and they won't see any that are over here. We're currently working on fixing this game, and we will let you know as soon as possible when it is fixed. The next game is tic-tac-toe game. This game has a small error in it, no, a small bug, okay? A little bug. I'm just going through all the buggy games first because you need to watch them when you have lessons. Now this game works fine, no problems whatsoever. Um, but there is a little trick you need to remember when you click the reset cloud down here. So with this game, you can play normal tic-tac-toe. So you can put them into teams by clicking the clicker point below the boxes here, 1, 2. And then you can, another trigger point is next to the boxes, here, 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 and here. You can activate stars, so you can show which member of which team, whose turn it is, okay? So who's having their turn. Then, the student will say the animal, for example, elephant. So you click the elephant, green can be X and red can be circles. So you click it once to bring an X, you click it twice to bring a circle, and it switches back and forth. You just click to switch between X and O's. Okay? And that works for all of them. And they need to get 3 in a row, and woohoo! When one team gets 3 in a row like this, you can give a point by clicking in this area here. Okay? And then the team that's the winners, they get the big one at the end. Okay? Now, if you want to reset the game, okay, what's important is to make sure there are no X's on the board. So you need to make sure you turn all the X's into circles, then click reset. And now the game works normally again. But if you have X's visible when you click reset, this is now bugged because when you click them, the animal doesn't appear, but the red circle appears. So what you need to do if this happens is make sure that the red circle is visible again and click reset. Now it works normally again. So now you've played a game, let's pretend it looks like this. Don't go to click reset because there are still X's there. You need to make sure they all turn into circles, then click reset and the game works normally. Next game is the wheel game. Now all the rest of these games should not have any bugs. We did a big test the other day. So same thing, you can click below to make teams. You can click to make stars to show which student is their turn. And then you just click the button and it rolls. Now don't activate, I call this, when you activate the colors like this, I call this challenge mode or game mode. So do not do this for trial classes because it'll all be too much for the students. Just keep it in the normal mode and just play the game and get the students to maybe say, alright, you two, your turn. What is it? Bear. Bird. But if your students are a bit more advanced and you feel they will be okay, then sure, go for it. Do challenge mode. Now, how you work challenge mode for this is get them to guess what animal it's going to land on. So, for example, do an example for them first so they understand what you want from them. So say, I think cat. Cat, 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 cat. Oh, eagle. Okay, Jakub, what do you think? And again, this is only for more advanced students who will be able to understand your instructions. And then for regular students, you can try this with them and see how they go with understanding what you want from them. Next game, this isn't really a game, it's just the vocab cards when we're teaching new vocabulary. You just click once to reveal, you click twice, and a highlight appears, and you can switch between them. You can play a fun game, whereas you just go really fast with these and they have to say which one's which. And then also don't forget to, you can do it like normally. So can you say fries? Fries. Now say it quietly. Fries. Cake. And you can alternate your volume of your voice to have a bit more fun with the students for this, okay? But that's straightforward. I'm going to teach you now the still slides, alright? So these don't have any animations, so I'm just going to tell you what you need to do for each of them. For this one should be visible when you open up the PowerPoint. You can skip through it, click. Then this is Let's Learn. When you see this, you just click on the words, and the stars appear like this, okay? So do that every time you're going through a new chapter. For a song, this is an indication that you now need to bring up the song for the lesson, which you can find under authorized materials in Oral A and J. This one. So this is just where you do your introduction into the lesson. You have the students down at the bottom and you do just a little warm up. You talk to them. How are you? You can, yeah, just have a bit of fun with them then. This is usually in checkpoints. So you'll see this after a checkpoint. A checkpoint lesson is after every 5 lessons. So this is just a review of everything they have learned so far. And for this one, you'll drag the teacher into the middle and you can do a pop quiz with flashcards, okay? With vocab related to what they've learned. This is drawing. If you see this, you need to draw, okay? And you have them guess what you're drawing and you have some fun with the drawing activity, okay? And this is just pronunciation again. Pronunciation. Dr, 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 ink, drink. Dr, 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 up, drop. Okay? Those are all the still slides. Star game. Now we've got spelling game. Okay? So, for this game, you just need to double click on the clouds and they move to where they should be. So, for example, sh. Jacob, can you find sh-e, she? And you can double click for them, or if they should be able to click on them after a while. Um, but uh, um, but if they're having trouble clicking, of course, click for them. And then they make a little sound. So ch-eep, cheep, sh-eep, sheep. Okay, and they make a little funny little sound effect. And they move like that. Okay. Whoop, whoop, beep, beep. Okay. And shame. Vroom. Okay. So that's the spelling and pronunciation game. Sentence practice. Sentence practice, you click here, and you see it highlights, and you drag 2 students up to the brown blank spaces here. One will say the left side, the other says the right side. So, for example, do you like fries? Yes, I do, or no, I don't. And you do that, and then you can drag 2 more students up. Okay? Pretty straightforward. Rotating square slide. I don't know where I get my names for these lessons, they're just the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of the game. So, this one. Okay, so you need to always remember this is used for vocabulary, but it's also used after sentence practice. So, for example, if you get this game after a sentence is taught, make sure that you teach the sentence. If you get this game after a vocab section, then you only do the vocab. So, I'll give you an example of that during your training, okay? But just be wary of that. Now, we've got 2 clouds here. Of course, the teacher is in the big one and the students are in the 4 small ones. You click what to make the card spin and it will land on a random picture. And it keeps going what, zoom, vroom. So it goes fish. Now to choose a student, you click just on the edge, anywhere around the edge of where they are placed. Okay? And watch what happens. Stars will spin and they will land on the student that you clicked on. Then when you want the stars to disappear and you want to select a new student, you need to click who. And now you can click the second one and they rotate. Hopefully that's straightforward. Review. Some games because they are very, very, very complex and complicated to make, they needed a clicker slide at the beginning. So if you get this, all you need to do is click on the cloud, and it opens up like this. Now you are free to click this different sections, and this is just a review of each section that was in the lesson. So they have their words. You can click to highlight them again to practice speaking and pronunciation. Okay? And then that's that. Next, multiple choice. This is straightforward. So you give them A and B. So you can say carrot. Carrot. Is that A or B? B. Oh, let's try A. Well done. Now, if the student is having trouble again with the clicker in class and they're just drawing instead of clicking, then click for them. Okay? Now, for this one, for example, if they click B first, oops, try again. It now doesn't work on A. You cannot click it. So you need to go back up to the word here, click, and now the animations are reset and you can re-click them. So, whoop, and then you click on the word to reset. Okay? They can have up to 3. For example here, you've got 3 fish, and the other 3 are correct. Moving game. Okay, so this one, it puts vocabulary into different sections. So if you're teaching healthy and unhealthy, you just click next. Do not click on the words. Only the teacher should. Don't give permission to the students to click for this one. Just give it to the teachers mainly. Okay. So healthy. Yep, soup is healthy. Donuts, unhealthy. Ice cream, unhealthy. Salad, healthy. Chocolate, unhealthy. Okay. So you just keep clicking next for that. And then once the last one, should do that, but it's got a little error at the moment. That's okay. But so that's that game. Straightforward. Memory game. Now this one you will only see for groups that are for older groups, okay? So maybe course B and C, but you might get it for course A. But you probably won't. Alright, so here there are just tons of owls for the moment, but each card will be different, okay? So this will be maybe in checkpoint 3 of a lesson, so that's the 15th lesson in the course, and they've got all their vocabulary. So now they should be able to remember it. So in class, and you can bring up a timer for 45 seconds, they need to remember what is in each square. Then once the timer is up, beep, 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 you click on the green cloud, and it hides them. Then you can say, alright, Max, and they're split into different teams. So you got the blue team and the purple team. You can say, Max, what was card 10? A tiger. No, an owl. You click again to give them an X to show that it was incorrect. Now, Sarah, what was card 2? An owl. Let's see. An owl. Well done. Now we want to give a point to the purple team because they got it correct. So you make sure you go to the purple button, you turn it on, and you can give them a purple star. Then you click, make sure you always click it off. Okay? Then, because if you have click it, if it's still on and you go to do 6, it's going to give them a star. It's going to give a star instead of reveal what the card is. So you make sure that it's off. Now the card is revealed. And then you click again to reveal the X, but you click again to make the X disappear if need be. Okay? And the same with the blue team. Blue team got a point. Woohoo! Blue team gets a point. Okay? If you want to reveal the cards again, you just click the green card and click it again to hide them. Okay? Matching game. Same thing, this has got a cloud. So you can say, big cow. You click the big cow. Small cow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well done. Okay? So it's matching them like this, and they just need to click and match the cards. I think this one, what's here? Let's see what's here. Aha, see they learnt big and small. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay? So that's that game. Card game. Lots of games here. You click start, and the cards open. Okay? Now, you can go through it. Dog, cow, dog, pig. So you can either, sometimes this will have a sentence, like it is here. Sometimes it'll just be practicing the vocabulary. So with this one, at least you've got the sentences written there of what you need to practice if you're practicing a sentence. But if you're just practicing vocab, that won't be there. Um, so if students are having trouble understanding whose turn it is, bring them up into the teacher's square up here. Now the cards are able to be shuffled 4 times. You just click reset, shuffle. Now there's a new set of cards. Okay? Then you click reset and shuffle and start. Now this can be done up to 4 times. There are 4 sets of cards in each card game. And once you finish the fourth set of cards and you click shuffle again, it will go back to the first set of cards. For example, here we are now back to the original set of cards. Okay? Now, when you want to get past this, you need to click next, next, next. Because when you click the arrows to the next slide, it might do this for a while. You just keep going till you get to the next page. Okay? This is also good for a guessing game. You can also say, what do you think is card 1? And the students guess, and you can give trophies, and they can have a fun time. Okay? So, next, let's see. We can close the card game. Pixesso. This is the final game that we have. This is similar to the memory game, except the cards are divided onto each sides, and they need to match the cards. For example, aha, well done, owl, owl. So you give them 2 points. But for example, if there was a chicken at number 6 and there was a snake at number 3, okay, let's pretend this is a snake. Oh, you got it wrong. You hide them back. Okay, there's no X's for this one. And then the second team, snake. Aha, then they go 9. Here was a snake. Ah, number 3 was a snake. Very good, well done. 2, and 2 stars. Okay, so I've forgotten what this game is called in English. I've been living out of Australia. I haven't lived in Australia for a long time now, and I've just remembered Slovak's name. So the Slovak name for this game is called Pixesso. And then you make sure you click off to make sure that you now can re-click the cards. When you want to interact with the stars, you need to make sure it's on, and you can make the stars disappear as well. Okay? Alright, so I believe we also have a harder version of this. For example, the hard version. Well, wait a sec, I just need to fix it up. Here we go. Alright. So, okay, so that's just more cards, okay? So for the older groups, we might have this game. It's the same thing. You've got it on just on the different sides, okay? You got it, yeah, just more cards. Then you have got hard, so that's easy Pixessor. Just more words. Then this one is the hard version. So you might get the hard version, it'll look like this. It's the same, but it's not divided by sides, okay? But you probably won't get this one too often, so don't worry about it for the moment. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this training video and it can help you out with your classes, and you now understand the different trigger points for each game. All the games you can find, if you want to practice the games, you can find them on Classin. If you go to make not a temporary classroom, here I'll show you. Now, so you open Class in. Boom. Let's sign in. Go with my teacher's account. So this will open up. You go down to this button here. It's a Blackboard editor. You can bring this up. You go over to your cloud disk. You click on authorized resources up here. Now you've got authorized resources oral ANJ. You'll have these 3 folders. You have your songs for each of the kids' lessons. You click back. Here are the games. You can practice all the games here. I still need to upload the Pixessor game, but that's it. But all the games are there. And then you've got trial classes. So we've got adult trials. You can have a look at the adults' lessons as well to practice them. And you've got the kids' trials. A, B, C. And so you can practice the trial lessons here and open them up and play with them. Okay? Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the training today and have a great day, and we look forward to working with you here at Oral ANJ. So, bye for now.